Oh, look. The butterflies. The butterflies are visiting me. And they're not going anywhere. They usually run from you. What? I have new pet butterflies. It's perfect! What's up, people? I'm Xogue, and welcome back to Ryotcraft Infinity. Wait, I have the top hat thing on. What top hat? Yeah. So, hold on. It reminds me of, like, magician people. Like, they're wearing these fancy little top hats, and they pull rabbits out of it and stuff. So, it's like, hello, and welcome to the fantastical world of magic and mystery. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so, yeah, we're just gonna move on. That was a little weird. Anyway, so, in the last episode, I told you that I was gonna go mining, and I did. Here. Yeah, here. And, yeah, so I did. All of them aren't filled. I do have a little bit of space left, but that's just a different thing. Anyway, so I did go ahead and actually make myself an ME system. I have my ME system. It's very, very tiny, and it's not very full. Well, it has a whole lot of 4Ks. It has a full ME drive full of 4Ks. Why did I go ahead and make it? Because, well, you see, I did a step-by-step video a little while ago, and it basically gives you a resource list and then walks you through how to do everything, and it's so awesome that I follow it myself. On occasion, every new series, I probably go back to that video and I just watch it. Because it's that helpful. It's pretty much, I watch my own videos. Is that really so surprising? Anyway, so I will have a link to that just in case you're curious on how to get the very basic one. Now, in that video, I only go through getting one 1K. I don't get all the 4Ks, but I did do that in this series just because, like I said, I'm going to have a bunch of these anyway. And the basic idea is that I need to make sure I have enough storage for everything. So I just went ahead. I went all the way through. I went around. I dug a lot. Made a whole lot of logic processors, 30 of them to be precise, in this guy right here, and just kind of made it, you know, a whole ME drive full of 4Ks. It's a thing. Now, what is it that I'm going to do here? Well, you see this magnet, which, by the way, I didn't tell you how I got it. It's basically, you know, it's pretty simple. Wait, what do you, oh, what? No. All right, fine, we'll do it this way, because it's easier this way. Level 0 magnet. What do you need? 2 compass, not too hard. Couple things, iron and redstone. More iron, a diamond. Not really a big deal. Then you have this guy right here, which is a block of gold, a couple pieces of quartz, end stone, and ender. It's not really all that difficult to get, especially modded. So I just kind of made one of these. Magnets are really, really, really handy. I love magnets. Anyway, so that's how I got that. But this thing is very useful. Why? Because when you break open chests and stuff, kind of like this, everything just flies towards you, even when you don't have inventory room. So you can just kind of break all of your chests, just like this. And when you have a brand new, shiny, and empty ME storage system like the one I already have, then it doesn't really matter all that much about, you know, any of this. All the items just kind of follow you, you know? They're all waiting to be put into my inventory, which means I can come right here, hold shift, hold space, and click, 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 and click. And everything is now in my ME system instead of a whole bunch of chests that were just over there like 4 seconds ago. Oh, look at that. I even got the achievement of diamonds. Wow, these people are like, yeah, leaving and joining and stuff. Anyway, so that's kind of a thing. But you see, that's how easy it is to transfer everything, and that is exactly why I love magnets so much. Magnets are amazing. You know that? They're just plain amazing. So now I have an ME system. I have, this one is 63 of 63 types, 63 of 63 types. Then we have these guys, 46 of 63, and then you have all of these that are available. What does that mean? That means we can work on the next thing, and even though it'll end up filling up our system, like, really quick, like, unbelievably quick, that does mean we can at least get started with it. So what is it that we want to do exactly? Well, we're going to make a quarry. We got to get our quarry going, people. I need a quarry. I don't want one of those quarries. I want one of these quarries. And these things are kind of crazy to get. They're a little bit difficult to get. The reason I say they're difficult is mainly because of the magical wood. Now, here's one way to get it. You get a bookcase. You get some enchanted books. Doesn't matter what the enchant is on them, but they do have to be enchanted with something. Then you have the gold ingots here. It's not too big a deal. Kind of hard to get that many enchanted books though. There's another way. Liquid XP onto a bookshelf. That's not a problem either. We can make a fluid transposer, gather up a bunch of liquid XP from spawn or one of the bedrockium drums that they already have set up at spawn. And we can just kind of do it that way. I hope these guys won't mind. I will check with them first before I go ahead and do that, just to be sure that they're okay with that, because I don't want to do anything they're not okay with. But that's pretty much why, you know, these guys are that difficult. This isn't really all that hard. Burnt quartz, you can just cook that into, you know, a regular furnace or whatever. Alloy smelter, regular quartz, it's not hard to get. Diamonds, not really all that hard to get either. I probably don't have enough. But I can go mining and find some more. That's not too big of a deal. Ender infused is just obsidian and an ender pearl. It's not all that difficult. So that guy's easy. This, just more diamonds, not too hard. More of this ender infused obsidian. A regular old sapling, not really all that difficult. These guys, yeah, okay, they're a little bit more involved. Got to go down the rabbit hole just a little bit. Get a lava bucket, water bucket, diamond, eye of ender. But overall, it's still not difficult to make these guys. These are the ones that are that difficult. More of the ender infused and then the magical wood, like I just showed you. This is the hard part. Now, after we get this guy up and running, we can go ahead and make the world hole upgrade, which is something that I want to do because, well, it's good to have a world hole so people know where you quarried. And they don't try to quarry in the same spot. But you have this trash can, not hard to get at all. That thing is cheap. More, you know, quartz blocks, not a problem. This guy, however, requires a QED. That's unfortunate. Now, if I wanted to skip this guy, I could, but I'd still have to get a QED because in order to use this quarry, you need the ender marks. Ender, is that what they're called? Ender marker. These guys, which have to be made in the QED. Now, they're still pretty cheap, not all that difficult to make, but we need at least 3 of these and the QED. So first, before we can do anything else, we got to get this QED up and running. So we need one of these guys. We need, what do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these guys. One of these, so another one of those. We just need to get some stuff going, basically. We need to go into the nether, get some quartz. We need to cook that quartz, get some diamonds, get a crafting table, a couple eyes of ender, and we can make the QED. And then we also need the, what is it, ender flux thingy? Yeah, this guy, ender flux crystal. And then more ender infused obsidian. This is, yeah, it uses a lot of this stuff. Uses a whole lot of it. But they're still not all that difficult to make. 4 of these guys and an eye ender, and you can go ahead and get yourself an ender flux crystal. Now, each one of these that you add, I believe the minimum is 2, I want to say. I could be wrong. It might only be 1. But you do need at least 1 because this is what actually technically powers, so to speak, the QED in itself. The more you have, the faster it will process, but it needs, I believe, 2. I think it needs 2, but it may only need 1. I'm not sure. But, you know, there's your minimum, but it does go pretty slow. But first, we need to go ahead and start getting some of that obsidian. We need to get some of the eyes together. We got to get some of the other stuff going together. Ender pearls, obsidian, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to make the QED. And I'm going to get the supplies together for the actual ender quarry. It's just a whole bunch of mining and resource collecting. So once I have all that together and I'm ready to craft this bad boy, I'll be right back. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Cribs totally just gave me an amazing idea. Alright? First of all, I have no idea who left the jack-o'-lantern that was chiseled on top of my sag mill, but cool. I'm going to leave it there because it's cool. Anyway, Cribs gave me an amazing idea, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. Why? Because we're going to do a little time-lapse thingy, and it's pretty cool. I haven't done one of these in a while, so hopefully it turns out okay, because I haven't done it yet. I'm going to do it here soon. But, yeah, so take a look. It's pretty cool. I hope. There you have it, folks. There's my portal. my portal thing that is basically the idea that Cribs gave me. Now, he didn't like say, hey, you should do this exact design or anything like this. This is my design, but he did mention when I tore down my other place, the spawn base, which no, I still have not removed. Oh, look, I found a rock hive down there. That's down in the mines, actually. When I went mining, I found a rock hive. It's pretty cool. Anyway, so when I removed this, he mentioned that I should have kept it there and just had, you know, some kind of a portal or something. He's like, everybody should have some kind of spawn presence. And you know what? I completely agree with that. 100% everybody should have something at spawn. It doesn't have to be much. In my little book, it's not quite gonna cut it. You know, it's not really a my design kind of thing. Everybody should have something at spawn. So this is what mine is. He said I should have just like put a portal on my platform. I decided to make the entire thing, the whole presence of mine is one big portal. Now I also have these things here. This is for like temp storage and stuff, which apparently I have to remove these. I never even tested that. I didn't know microblocks stop chests from opening. That's it's interesting. I'll probably just switch it out for different chests. I kind of want to upgrade them to iron and stuff for, you know, gold or diamond, whatever in the future. But I don't have the supplies for that at the moment. I could make the iron, but I'm not too worried about it right now. Anyway, so this is the design. I decided to make the entirety of my presence one big portal. And I think it's pretty cool. Now, there is a problem that I did not check. Crap. You know what? This isn't going to work. I'm going to have to move this whole thing, which I'll end up doing off camera because I already did that whole little time-lapse thing. But, yeah, I just remembered that in my creative world, my portal didn't work because it crossed a chunk boundary. So I'm going to have to pick this thing up and move it all over. And hopefully, I'm probably just going to center it like right in this one, I guess. So the whole thing is just going to move like this. So hold on just like a few seconds and I will continue with the other things that I wanted to explain to you. Alright, now it's fixed. You see this? Now it's all inside one chunk, so there shouldn't be any problems. In reality, I probably should have tested it first just to make sure that was still a thing, but whatever. It was kind of cool to build it the first time. It was even cooler to build. Well, it wasn't really even cooler to build it the second time, but you get the idea. It was alright. It was okay. It wasn't really a big build. No problems. Anyway, so this thing does not look as it should. Reason for that is because these are collapsible blocks. Oh, frames, come on. Don't mess with me now, frames. I need you. So the collapsible blocks are pretty interesting. If I shift click on this is what they look like. These are these blocks right here. So if I go ahead and just, you know, do this. But the cool thing about these, if you use the hammer on certain corners, are you going to work? Oh, right click, right. Right click goes up. Left click goes down. Anyway, you can go on certain corners and raise certain corners. And any collapsible blocks that they're attached to will also raise. And it's really cool. I love these things. I love these things. So what you can do with these is instead of, you know, they have slopes and stuff. Actually, like these guys, Carpenter's wedge slopes, which, you know, it makes a perfect straight line in a 1 block radius. But that's a little bit too much of an incline. It's kind of like what this is right now. And that's not how I want it. So right now, this is going, and if you don't know, if we go here and we right click 15 times, it takes 15 clicks to go all the way up or all the way down. That's what you know, the full height is. So if we have 3 blocks, then we should go 5. So right here on each of these corners, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And do 10 all the way across, which I'm not counting now. Because once it's all the way up, you can kind of look at it and tell. You'll be like, that's not quite right. Down one, you know. And you can also look at the bounding box. You see how I'm hovering over it and the bounding box? There's no gap between the edge and the bounding box. If I hammer it down one, it's flush, it's even, it's all straight. You can use that and you don't really have to count. Like, it's pretty cool that way. You can pretty much just tell exactly where you need to go by doing that. Nope, down one. And then over here. Stop it. You go all the way down, you go all the way down. I'm trying to reach this corner. All the way over here. Right here. There we go. Whoop, too much. And you get the idea. Like, basically, I'm just going to raise this one by 10 all the way. And then this one is going to go up by 5. Wait. I need to count the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. Okay, now it's straight. And then we can just go up until the bounding box is straight all the way across, like that. And then it's just an even incline. Now it still looks like you're on steps, but that's just the way that they work. It is a straight, like a straight line. And that's what these collapsible blocks allow you to do. One of the many things they allow you to do. I should emphasize on that. You can do so many different things with these, but this is one of them. Is you can make a slope on pretty much, if you wanted to go 5 down, a really, really slow slope, you could. Just with these guys, and it's really cool. Anyway, so I need to do this and this to both of these sides before this part of the design is good. But also, over here, I need to do some work as well. You see, these sides need to go all the way down. But also, a cool little feature that I'm just putting in right now is that when I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that way, this is straight across. This all looks pretty good. And it creates that nice little, I don't know, double thing. I don't know, it's weird, but it looks cool, and I like it. And then these guys in the corners, actually, this just needs to go all the way down. And the same with this one. And what this does is it creates that little, corner looking thing, and then it blends into this. I don't know. It's just got a lot of weird shapes and stuff in it. And I think it looks really, really cool. So I need to finish up on all these touch-ups and everything that I need to do for all this stuff on all these sides and everything. Let me take off the chunk boundaries because that makes it look ugly. But the other thing that I need to do is obviously I need to put the book receptacle in. And if we look up the book real quick, this guy, book receptacle, it's just crystal around in there and you get the book receptacle. And then I need to grab my book and put it over here and hopefully it lights up. I'm hoping that it will light up, but no guarantees. I don't really know. And if it doesn't work, then I got to figure out why. But for right now, I'm just going to finish designing this thing. I'm going to make sure, everything. Oh, frames, man, frames, stay up. Stop doing that. Anyway, like I was saying, I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to make it look all nice and pretty. I'm going to put the book receptacle on it. Hopefully throw the book inside. Hopefully there's no issues. And if there is, I may ask you guys to help me out with that. But for right now, I think it's okay. Hopefully it'll light up without any problems, and we should be good to go. So hang tight. I'll be right back. Alright, so here is the completed portal, and it's complete. See, there's a butterfly. And it's perfectly imperfect. It's kind of a thing. I don't know why. It's weird. It's so weird. Dog Blast even came over. He was messing with it. He changed the size. He changed, he tried to make it smaller just to see if different sizes helped. I needed some troubleshooting help, and he came over. He obliged. And he helped out quite a bit. He got it to work in certain things, but it was so weird. It was not predictable. Sometimes, the first thing he did was actually chop it down in little bits. It made it turn on, and he tried to raise this. The first time he raised it up to about this high, and he put the book in, it worked. Then he changed the height again. He lowered it like a couple blocks and tried to light it. It didn't work. Then he put it back to where it was, and it didn't work again at the exact same size. So something is going on with Mystcraft portals. I don't know what it is. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Maybe it's just because mine is so big. I don't know. But we're just never, ever, ever going to touch that book. And hopefully server resets don't mess with it. But we're going to find out. We'll troubleshoot that later if we have to. I did change up the design. I added this cool little border. And this design actually came about because I kind of, when I was troubleshooting myself, I was removing all the blocks around the portal just to make sure they weren't interfering, trying to make sure these other crystal blocks weren't somehow affecting it, being so close or something like that, which I was pretty sure they weren't because, some people stack their portals side by side and it's not really a big deal. But I figured just in case I would remove all the blocks around it just so I know for a fact that it wasn't those contributing to it. But when I did that, I removed all of the covers from the outside that you saw in the last design, and it left something very similar to this, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. So I decided just to keep that and not worry so much about the covers. And I like it. I think it's really cool. It's kind of open. It's a big portal. It's pretty nifty. It's a nifty little thing. Now, there's some other stuff we're going to eventually add on to it. But we'll get to that in a future episode. Buddy of mine's waiting for that episode. Anyway, Uh, so this is our portal that is going to take us directly back to... Are you gonna work? I think you're gonna work. My world. Yes. We have our platform world thingy. It's nothing special, but it's mine. It's my world. I said it's my world, so you should not, you know, glitch anymore like you're doing. You should stop that. Like forever. No more. Zero more times of that. Anyway, so it's continuing to do that. I'm going to go ahead and just gather all the supplies for the quarry. Like I said I was going to do a little while earlier in the episode. And once I do that, I'll bring you right back. We'll start making up this quarry. We may not be able to get to the point where we can use it in this episode, but we will at the very least try to have it set up. So that's what I'm working towards now. So let me get to that and I'll be right back. Look, it's quail eating ducks. I mean, wait, no, it's a quadratic equation device. No, wait, I mean, it's the quantum entanglement diviner. Anyway, so yeah, we made this guy. This guy is going to be used to help make our quarry because we really need a quarry. But let me tell you, this is a huge thing, all right? So in order to get the quarry, you need, of course, you know, the quarry itself. Now, this is important. You need a quarry. It's a thing. But you also need to get obsidian, so I was going around mining a bunch of obsidian. It was kind of a pain in the butt because I had to go get it. We had ooh, I forget what it's called, but a thing that generates obsidian at spawn. But somebody took it down, and I have no idea where it went, so I had to go get it myself. Burnt quartz, so I had to go in the nether to actually get quartz to burn, and it was kind of a thing that way. And then, no, these guys, I told you about the magical wood. That was pretty much a problem. I used the liquid XP. The guys on the server didn't mind me using the bedrockium drums full of liquid XP in order to get those bookshelves. These guys, not too big of a deal, but I did have to go into the nether to get some blaze rods in order to turn into blaze powder in order to get some eyes of ender. So that was kind of a thing as well. And then after you get this, you also need the ender quarry, which I already told you. You need the QED for. You need the upgrade base in order to get the world hole, and I'm going to go all the way to the quarry speed 2 upgrade. Now, I don't have the power to actually fully use the speed 2, but this lets me, you know, try to get there. You know, this way, once I do get a better power source, it'll just kind of speed up, and I won't have to make anything else for my quarry. It'll just kind of work, and that's a good thing. So then, after these two, I need 2 of these guys, and then for the world hole, that's not too bad. I need to go get some more quartz in a trash can to make this guy. And this one, the speed 2, requires the speed 1, efficiency 3 pickaxe, and the speed upgrades, which I did make the speed upgrades and this guy, but I need to make this one still, 2 more speed upgrades and efficiency 1. But I have all that stuff. I have all of that, so that's not a problem. I do need to make this guy, though. I may not have the quartz. I might have to go get that. Anyway, so after that, you also have the ender marker. I know I already kind of showed you guys all these, but I want to tell you exactly what I had to do. But these guys aren't too hard. I actually haven't made these guys just yet, but I did have to make more of these, more eyes of ender. It was kind of a pain. Now, in order to get the... no, wait. I'm looking for the actual quarry itself. Because the quarry... Remember how I told you about this magical wood? In order to get the fluid transposer... Well, the fluid transposer is kind of a hard thing to get. I had to go and find the books and the wood to convert into bookshelves. I had to make the fluid transposer itself. Yeah, okay, you're already here. So I had to go here, and I ended up having some trouble. Actually, I didn't have the copper. I didn't have some of this other stuff, like the tin gear. The tin I had to go grab some of. And then, I don't know, it was just kind of a pain. Like, it was a huge pain to put all this stuff together. You know, but I finally did. Now, there was the other thing about powering this guy. Now, obviously, I had to get the chests as well. No, I said R, not E. So I needed even more blaze rods. I needed 2 of these, so I needed 8 blaze rods. And then, oh man, the tesseracts. Let me tell you about the tesseracts. All right, I need enderium, right? All right, well, that's cool. And I know Dogbless has his world where you have liquid enderium, so I guess I could have grabbed that, put it into a tinker smeltery or something, but I was trying to do it the legitimate way. Now I know exactly why he made that world, because shiny ingots are like nearly impossible to get in this. Like, I don't think they're actually generated in the world like they're supposed to. The shiny ore, I don't think it happens. I don't know why it just doesn't. Like, I've yet to see any of it. Like, any of it. And I've dug a lot, let me tell you. So in order to get this stuff, you can get it, right? But in order to get the shiny ingots, you need to... Where is it? Here? Yeah. If you go all the way to 6 out of 6, in order to get it through this, you have a 100% chance if you use Cinnabar with ferrous in an induction smelter. Now, ferrous, or you can find a lot of that, but you do need Silk Touch, which I don't have. Cinnabar, you then need to pulverize redstone ore to get the Cinnabar in order to, you know, induction smelt it. So I would have had to make a pulverizer. It might work in the sag mill, not 100%, but it might. But I still needed Silk Touch for this, which, again, like I said, I don't have that. So that was kind of a difficult thing to try and get. It was just, what the crap. So instead of doing the Tesseracts, I decided just to make another lava generator, which isn't too difficult. Some gold, which I had to go find, and some iron, which I barely had enough for. Furnace and redstone, not too big a deal. But this guy, I needed more blaze rods. So then I had to go back into the nether for a third time or fourth time or something to go get more blaze rods. I had to go get more obsidian. It was just crazy. It was ridiculous. The amount of stuff I had to do to get this thing up and running is nuts. But if I come right here and type in QUARRY, if I go right here, I can actually make the Ender Quarry. I got all the supplies for it. Then, if we go over here to the QED, now, I did test this. It's only required that you have one of these. You can do it with one, but it goes really, really slow. But I need to go ahead and put in... I need 2 of these upgrade quarry bases. Now, it already goes, like, really, really slow. So the more of these you have, the faster it'll go. The faster it'll process. Huge lag spike. Thank you. Give me back my frames. And then after I get these guys, I can turn them both into the hole, which I said... The hole? I mean, the Ender Quarry World Hole upgrade. That's what I was talking about. Anyway, so I need to get a couple blocks of quartz, which I think I have enough for. I need to get put together a trash can and make the World Hole upgrade. Then I need to work my way up, make this guy, and then turn it into the speed 2. And after I do all of that, if you look in here, the last thing I need to do is go ahead and make the ender markers, which is basically, let's see, is this recipe right here, this one right here, inside this guy. So I need to make 3 of these in order to use the quarry, because that's what, you know, marks the boundaries. So that's what we're looking for. After we do all of this stuff and get, looks like I already have 1. So the next one's about to be done. Then I'm going to put these guys in and actually make this work. But once I get all of this stuff together, then I can go ahead, I can bring it into the mining world that they already have set up. I have the ender chests on both sides, and then I have the power for over there, and the 2 upgrades, and the ender markers. I should be good to go, which this, by the way, is so I can just kind of declare this ender tank back into my private little network thing. There's the pickaxes for the upgrades. Yeah, I should be good to go. I should be able to just take this to the mining world, set it up, and actually start mining. But there is one other thing I need, which I just now thought about. I'm going to need an import bus. So that way I can stick it here and get an import bus, so everything from this chest... Oh, that's not my stuff. I'm also going to have to declare this into my own thing. Hello, diamonds. I'm using all of you. All right, anyway, so we are going to do that, though. I need an import bus. I need to make this on my own thing, because this is apparently somebody else's experience obelisk. Sweet. It's kind of cool. Wow, 7 nether stars. Those are totally insecure. Anyway, so, you know, that way I can go ahead and just get everything out of the chest from the quarry, and I will be good to go. So let me get all this stuff set up, and I will bring it back here in just a little bit when my quarry's running. We'll see what I'm getting, how fast it's going, all that good stuff. So hang tight. All right, so we're back with our little friends here, and yeah, it's a thing. We have butterflies in our base, and they're not moving. I don't know why, but they're not. Anyway, so the quarry is up and running. I got everything going. It's very, very, very slow. We're going to go check it out here in a minute, but why are you here? What are you? Oh, I got a gift. I was gifted things. Look at this. Oh, man. I don't know who left it. Who left it? Who left me a present? I see a pumpkin. I wonder, how long have you been here? Can you answer me? High chest full of awesomeness. It's a chest of awesomeness. We need to rename this chest and put that down in our base somewhere, because it's a chest of awesome. Look at that. Thank you, whoever. I don't know who did it, but it's cool. So anyway, yeah, we have, oh, man, oh, I want to play with my goodies. Look, we got quartz, too. Hello, quartz. Regular quartz and charged quartz and pure quartz and regular quartz. Or, I mean, regular Certus quartz. Anyway, so let's go check out our quarry before I get too distracted with the chest of awesome. And, yeah, we're going to do this. If the world loads. Are you going to load, world? Be my friend. Be my awesome friend. Okay. Ooh. Alright. And the next world. Thank you. Wait. Oh. So it's actually a little ways away. Okay. First of all, here's this area here, which it looks awesome. I have no idea who designed it or what any of this is. But it looks really, really cool. Whatever it is, whoever did this, they're amazing. Oh, Phantom Powerworks. Phantom did this. Hello, Tesseract. And ultimate solar panels. And a whole bunch of other stuff I can't make yet. But I'm getting there. I'm getting close. Stomp Tech Industries. Stomp stuff. Stomp stuff. Perfect. What are you? I don't know. You're to the overworld. Anyway, there's a lot of really cool stuff here. Including this really... This is wasted. Draconian blocks. They're wasted. They're decoration. They look cool. But... I don't have that gear yet. So I'm a little... Why are you wasting them, man? Anyway, so... Well, this is the mining world. This is where everybody is, and there's some pretty cool things I want to show you. First of all is that there's lightning everywhere. That is the thing that's happening. But the next thing is that you see this right here. This guy's got, oh, Fortune. Wow, he's got the Fortune 3 upgrade. He's got the Ender Quarry Speed 3 and that, and the Tesseract that's off right now. Anyway, this is what the Ender Quarries do when there isn't a world hole attached to them. It turns it all into dirt and grass. It's pretty cool. It's a cool little thing that it does. But you see right down here. Okay, this has actually tripped me out for a little bit. Alright, you see grass on top. But underneath, it's still mycelium. Why? Because mycelium spreads. And the quarry adds grass on the top. But since this isn't the top, the mycelium could spread to each other. And it did. It was pretty interesting. It's a cool little thing. It's happening. It's pretty awesome. Anyway, so... yeah, this is why we don't need the world hole. I don't have the world hole upgrade on my quarry right now because we don't need it. We just don't. Because since we're in a mycelium world and the quarry replaces everything with dirt and grass, the grass tells us where we're digging. And the only reason I had my, world hole upgrade is so that, people would know where I was quarrying. And since they have this world, it's amazing because we don't have to add that onto it. And it's pretty cool. Does that do any extra power consumption? I don't think it does. No extra power. But anyway, so this episode's already running a little bit long. We're going to go ahead, head on over here to our quarry. Just so you can see the very, very small amount of power that I have. Like, it's ridiculous. And then I'm going to explain to you why it's so awesome that... we're on a server now, right? Because since this thing is so slow, if I were on a single player world, one, I got one. Oh, wait. Oh, there's another one. Okay. Oh, there's another one. Sweet. See how slow it's going? Look, 339, 340. Oh, 341. See how slow it's going? Anyway, so what's going on now? The reason it's really awesome is that if I were in a single player world, then by closing out the game, it wouldn't continue and I wouldn't slowly get resources. But now when I log off and go play some vanilla or do something else, hang out with friends or whatever I'd want to do, this thing is going to keep going and I'm going to keep getting stuff. And it's really, really cool. I like that a lot because now when I come back, I should be able to upgrade this guy pretty quickly. Depending on how long I'm offline. I don't know. But right now we have a very slow, like super slow thing here. And we have the power 2, or the speed 2. Now with this, like I was saying before, what this is going to let us do is that once we actually can upgrade this to tier 2 or tier 3 lava generator, it's still not going to go super speed. But we should start getting enough supplies to open up a reactor, which I think might be what we're going to get into next. Because once we get the reactor online, this thing can go super speed and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be great. I'm going to love it. But for now, we have our very, very slow quarry going. It's really cool. It's pretty amazing. And we just have it replacing it. I took off the world hole upgrade because it does actually destroy servers. Because when you think about it, if it's a big hole, you have all this water here. All those water updates and lava updates, which are probably down on, you know, underneath somewhere, it's going to cause a little bit of lag in this world. We don't want that. So I did, you know, go ahead and remove the world hole, especially because it's mycelium and it's grass and it's all awesome. Anyway, so that's the basic thing. That's the thing right there. And I'm going to fly straight. I'm going to do my outro while I'm going to the exit because it's perfect. Anyway, so if you liked the video, then don't forget to hit that like button. If you want to see more, you want my videos sent directly to you, then don't forget to subscribe. Comment, favorite, share if you feel like you want to. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.